Good morning. Today we'll start with the next topic of carburation. We will start with the compensating devices. So what are compensating devices? An automobile on road has to run on different loads and speed. The road conditions play a vital role, especially on city roads. One may be able to operate the vehicle between 25 to 60% of the throttle only. During such condition, the carburetor must be able to supply nearly constant air-fuel mixture, which is 60:1. However, the tendency of simple carburetor is to progressively reachen the mixture as the throttle starts to open. The main metering system is not sufficient to take care of the needs of the engine. So this is your main metering system. So it can't fulfill the requirement of our day-to-day life engines. So we have to use some compensating devices. The number of compensating devices are in use. We will discuss one by one in this video lecture. The first compensating device is your air bleed jet. This figure shows what is this device. Illustrative principle of an air bleed system in typical modern downdraft carburetor. As could be seen, it contains an air bleed into the main nozzle. The flow of air through this bleed is restricted by an orifice and therefore is called a restricted air bleed jet, which is very popular. You can see here, this A is your restricted air bleed. This is your air bleed jet. This is your main jet. And this is you can see here, the main fuel will come from here. But along with the main fuel, the air will come from this side also. It will mix with this fuel and this is your main air stream. Then this air, small amount of air and fuel along with this main air stream will go into the engine. The flow of air through this bleed is restricted. When the engine is not operating, the main jet and the air bleed jet will be filled with fuel. So these two are filled with fuel. You can say because this having fuel, so this fuel will be filled up to this here. When the engine starts initially, the fuel starts coming through the main as well as air bleed jet. As the engine picks up, only air starts coming through the air bleed and mixes with the fuel at B, making a air fuel emulsion. So what will happen? The air from this side will come and it will form an emulsion of the fuel. Now what is the benefit of emulsion? Emulsion is a mixture of two different states of matter, air and liquid. It will form an emulsion. So what is the benefit of emulsion? Thus the fluid stream, which has become an emulsion of air and liquid, has negligible viscosity and surface tension. So this emulsion, whatever emulsion is formed here, its viscosity is less and its surface tension is less. So thus the flow rate of fuel is augmented and more fuel is sucked at low suctions. So even at the low speed, when your engine is at low speed and suction is low, air velocity is low, this emulsion will help the fuel to vaporize and mix with the air and to fulfill the engine requirements. So by proper design of hole size at B compatible with entry hole at A, so if you design this A and B incompatibly with each other, a fairly uniform mixture ratio for the entire power range of operation of engine can be obtained if the fuel flow nozzle of air bleed system is placed in the center of venturi. Both the air bleed nozzle and the venturi are subjected to same engine suction, resulting approximately same fuel air mixture for the entire power range of operation. So you can put this restricted air bleed here also into this nozzle. So this part can be also put inside this your main jet. So but main purpose of this air bleed system is to supply 60:1 air fuel mixture throughout the engine's operation, whether it is at because most of the time our engine will operate between 25 to 60% of throttle opening. Idling condition is very less and full power is also very less. So we have to operate between 25 to 60% throttle opening. So accordingly it will supply the uniform air fuel mixture. Now we'll discuss the compensating jet. The function of compensating jet is the same, to maintain the air fuel ratio constant through the operation of the engine. The principle of compensating jet device is to make the mixture leaner as the throttle opens progressively. In this method, as can be seen from figure, in addition to the main jet, a compensating jet is incorporated. You can see in this figure here. You can see here, this is our main metering jet. Apart from that, this part is your compensating jet. It is also connected to your float chamber. So this is your compensating well, and this is your compensating jet. The compensating jet is connected to the compensation well. The compensating well is also vented to atmosphere like the main float chamber. The compensating well is supplied with fuel from the main float chamber through a restricted orifice. You can see here this compensating compensating jet is connected to compensating well, so it will also supply the fuel along with this jet. So now we have two jet. One is your main jet fuel metering main jet. The second is your compensating jet. With the increase in air flow rate, there is decrease of fuel level in compensating well. So when the air flow rate increases, there is a decrease of fuel level in compensating well. So what will happen? You can see here, this is orifice to well. So this well is filled from this side. This well level, fuel level is maintained from this side. The fuel will come through this orifice. So with the increase in engine speed, the fuel will go out of this compensating jet, and the rate of fuel flowing through this compensating jet to the air is more than as compared to the rate of fuel coming to this compensating well. So what I am saying is that this level of compensating well will go down. If this level will go down with the engine speed, this level will go down. The amount of fuel supplied by this compensating jet will decrease. Okay, I am repeating this again. The fuel level here maintained is through this orifice. So there is no supply of fuel except this orifice. So this orifice is a restricted space. So if this fuel will go and this level of fuel start to go down, and if this level of fuel start to go down, the amount of fuel supplied to the engine by this compensating jet will decrease progressively. The compensating jet thus progressively makes the mixture leaner as the main jet progressively makes the mixture richer. The sum of two tends to keep the fuel air mixture more or less constant, as shown in figure 8.14. The main jet curve and the compensating jet cover are more or less reciprocals of each other. You can check in this figure effect of compensating device on fuel air ratio. So this is our main jet. The fuel air ratio in the main jet will increase, means the amount of fuel supplied by the main jet will increase. This main jet here, it will increase progressively with the air flow litering per meter. As the air flow rate increases, the main jet will supply more and more amount of fuel, but your compensating jet will do reverse. As the air flow increases, the compensating will decrease the amount of fuel supplied, and it will decrease the fuel air ratio. It will supply less and less, and overall these two curves will result into a third curve, that is combined jet, means combination of these two. The combination of these two, whatever air fuel is supplied here is represented by this dotted line here. You can say this is combined jet. So in nutshell, this will supply more and more fuel air ratio with the increase of mass flow rate of air, and this will supply less, and it will supply less amount of fuel air ratio with the increase in air flow rate. So overall these two will compensate each other, and we will get this constant fuel air ratio supply into the engine. The next device is your emulsion tube. The mixture correction is attempted by air bleeding in modern carburetor. In one such arrangement as shown in figure, the air bleeding means that we will mix air along with the main stream of fuel to increase the air fuel ratio, and vice versa to decrease the fuel air ratio. The main metering jet is kept at a level of about 25 mm below the fuel level in the float chamber. You can see here, this is your main jet, submerged main jet, which is 25 mm below than the float level. So this is your main jet which is connected to the float, and above it you had this well, and this you can see here, these are the holes. This tube is having holes through the circumference, and this is your fuel level with the float chamber. But this is your main submerged main jet which is submerged under this arrangement, and you can see this tube, this on from this side air can enter into this arrangement. So there is it is called submerged jet. The jet is located at the bottom of the well. So you can say this is your well, this is your well, and your jet is located at this bottom place here. The sides of the well have holes. You can see holes present here. This well has having hole here. As can be seen from the figure, these holes are in communication with the atmosphere. You can say these holes are in direct contact with the atmosphere. In the beginning, the level of petrol in the fuel chamber and the well is same. At starting point, this is the level of the fuel, but this level won't remain same. As the speed of engine increases, this fuel level will start to decrease actually. We will discuss it. When the throttle is opened, the pressure at the venturi throat decreases and the petrol is drawn into air stream. This results in progressively uncovering the holes in the central tube, leading to increasing air-fuel ratios or decreasing richness of a mixture when all the holes have been uncovered. So what will happen? The air will come, this fuel will go with the air. The air will come from this side and it will carry the fuel. It will go to the engine, and the startling this fuel level will start to decrease, and it will uncover these holes. More and more air will start now come, and the amount of air now will increase. So when this hole will cover, suppose this hole is uncovered, the air will start to enter from this side, and it will take more fuel with the engine speed, and if further speed increases, the more amount of air will come. So this fuel level start to decrease, and with the decrease in this fuel level, these holes will uncover, and with the uncovering of these holes, the more air can now enter into this tube, in this well. The air is drawn through these holes in the well, and the fuel is emulsified. Now you had more, you can say, emulsion of fuel and air, and the pressure differential across the column of the fuel is not as high as that in simple carburetor. Now what will happen? The pressure differential, because as we know, the amount of fuel going into the air stream will depend on the pressure here in this float chamber, and at this point, whatever the difference of pressure, you can see from derivation here, the mass flow rate of fuel from the main jet is proportional to this pressure difference. More is the pressure difference, the more is the fuel flow rate. But in this case, this pressure differential, which is the pressure at the float chamber P1 and pressure here, which is P2, this pressure differential will decrease in this case. So this is up to here about the these devices, your emulsion tube. The main purpose of this emulsion tube is to supply less amount of fuel with the increasing speed, as we had discussed earlier. Subscribe this channel, like this video. If you have any comment, you can give it to the below section, and thank you for watching this video.